Yeah, fellas, welcome to the Player Supreme Show. As I said, I'm going to talk about a couple of things. Today I'm going to teach 12 tips for attracting women. That's coming up. But I've had an interesting couple of days. I go to So Simp, aka So Suave, every now and then, and I give advice. The other day, there was a post on dissing POF. As you guys know, I'm a POF master. You guys see my video of 31 emails? Okay. Well, it started with a post by a black guy talking about bouncing. And the white nationalist came out. Any thought of black men and white women, it just nuts him up. And there was also a coon involved. The coon was putting down the black race, saying we don't deserve high-class women. Can you believe that? The guy claimed to be a black guy. Now, white guys will do that just to prove their point. They'll claim to be black dudes. I busted a dude years ago. Actually, he was trying to be on my site. So I put up one of my videos. I'd actually re-edited so that my name wasn't in there. Nothing to do with me was in there. But someone recognized me. But on So Simp. I've been banned under Player Supreme. This is back when I used to go there just for shits and giggles and also teach. But I had a lot of trolls or hyenas snipping at my heels. Now, what does that have to do with the game? I'm going to show you in just a minute because I'm going to teach you something here. I'm going to teach you how this site hasn't changed. Still a lot of racist white people on there. And also, it's still got a lot of keyboard jockeys. But I'm going to use this to teach something. Okay, by these guys' lack of game, I'm going to show you where they go wrong. And there's one major, event that I want to point out to you, fellas, in just a moment. Let me do a screen capture. See, I'm going to take lemons and make lemonade, fellas. Present to everyone. Let's go ahead and reduce that. Let's pull up this other browser. That's my forum. And let's go way back here. Okay, so this is Don Juan's board, or So Simp's board. Now, I point out to one of the fellows that was on that thread that he's a keyboard jockey. And when you point or show keyboard jockeys themselves, they hate it. They fucking hate it. So this guy goes into a fucking jihad, made a bunch of posts about me. Another fella came out, Player Supreme selling PF crap to Forever Loans. I didn't know what Forever Loans. I guess it's for guys that are lonely or whatever. And that's where I got involved. So all through the board, there are different posts dedicated to yours truly. Player Supreme and So Suave. This guy was whining because I spoke the truth years ago, and I said when I saw the faces on there, and this is honest truth, they actually took that thread down. It was a bunch of geeks and nerds. One thing that I used to talk to Pook on there, we both said the same thing. But here's another one, exposed as a scam artist. And that's that video. I guess Eddie headed up saying that I was using a sign generator. As you guys know from my recent Don't Follow Guru video, I think this one. As you guys know, I showed this girl in several different scenes. Now, there are no sign generators. Go find them to find this girl's boobs.
Hey, that was fake.
Okay, let's go forward.
Some guy know what I'm talking about. My feet. This her with another photo.
Different angle.
Named Brother Rap from years ago.
Then I showed her standing. That's enough of that. I'm not going to allow them to flag my video. This is not bad right here. Okay, I covered everything up. So, got two jackals at my heels. A dude I call Rectum and another one called Tenacity. They're the keyboard jockeys on there. This one, Player Supreme, is back. I guess he was trying to be funny. Let's see. Player Supreme is so suave. This one's complaining that I made fun of people. That's all I do. These are posts, actual posts. This one I didn't really read. This is that Reckle, or Rectum as I call him, making a post about, he went to this dude spent an entire day researching me. He dug up Viva Tito Sancho's video. Didn't know what it was about. Didn't bother listening to the video. Didn't know that it was about Black consciousness stuff. So I posted my return video on there. Basically, I defeated these guys every time they turn around. I posted my DJ Dan. Well, let me get to this. One guy said, those are fake. You hired hookers. And I never thought of that. And I told him so. So I went back and showed him the emails where I was instructing her what to do when she takes her photos. All right, so let's see. A short skirt, low cut stockings. Okay. Let's see. This is her saying, "Welcome home, Daddy. How was your trip? I will take photo you want after I clean up. Do you want same card? A short skirt. There we go. There we go. Now to prove this is her, let's see. She created a document for me, on manhood about me, showing that if the guy had take time to study this instead of this tenacity idiot jackal hyena, he would have saw that there's raw game in there. Okay, here she is, still talking about me. Being under such a man is the only way I can let down my defenses. She got up under me. She moved out. And then I showed, I showed my I am contacts I cut and paste, but I showed the dates. Now that's key right here. Okay. Here we go. She said she went from a 36D to a 34 double D. So she lost weight across her back and she grew it in her tits. Same woman. I've never showed these before, but it's good. I took a photo of it, Snapchat photo of it. And he may take a photo, blah, blah, blah. Didn't me mind fucking you belong beneath me in all ways. She just says, yes, capital daddy, in every aspect. My dick belongs inside you. You feel me? Yes, daddy. What do you feel inside right now? Sad you might get bored with me and not enough sometimes. Good you want me. Afraid of you sometimes. Wanting to be stronger. Needing to be. Tired of being far away. Now, remember, she lived in Utah. I had her meet me in Reno. And I talked about that. And me telling she could be a perfect woman. Now, what does Tenacity come back and say? What the fuck think it's a shit from 2005, 2006? I believe the fella said it was fake. Do I not show proof? Every time these guys came at me, I came out with proof. All they have is words. That's the thing about keyboard jockeys is if you run into them, all they can do is words. He's talking about me showing absolute proof, irrefutable proof. And he said, what is this? Here's the other guy. The reason why, I got on the guy, he was talking shit on that black guy's thread. And I said, you're not a keyboard jockey. And then I saw this image here. This guy wants to be seen as intelligent. He's one of those pseudo thinkers. So in the video, you guys remember the video from Geeks to Pimp, the transformation of DJ Dan? I asked him for the song. I think he gave me that song, yeah. Now here's my lesson here, why I'm doing this. Because he's trying to say that's an emo song. Here's the video. So you guys, Porcelain and the Tramps, I Feel Perfect. Okay, let's start it. Let me just jump here. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Let's go here. I love the way you get to me. This is about game. This shows this guy knows nothing about women or the game. Let's look at the fucking lyrics. Now, let me teach you something, fellas, here. Music is very, very important in the game. What does this singer say? The other day, I had to stop and think. And boy, I love the way you get to me. That's player. So I took a hit and poured another drink. Your perfect frame is where I sucked it clean. Oh yeah, I can never stop myself from falling over you. Can never stop you can never stop yourself from coming over. I can feel you coming closer, closer. Baby, don't stop now. Baby, this is about sex and how a player is fucking up her mind. I can never stop myself from falling over. You can never stop yourself from coming over. I can feel you. That's the chorus. I love how easy you crawl at me. Now, that's the only lyric I might complain about in the whole thing. Crawl, a player doesn't crawl to women. But unless he's talking about the crawl of his words through her mind. And the way it feels when you peel my clothes off me. Emo. See, the guy doesn't understand music. No game. Those of you guys who are watching me who have been following for a while, you can see the game in this song. I'm sure you know the song in a minute. The palm of my hands where I hold the key. I fit you like a glove. It's not the ecstasy. Oh, yeah. Chorus. Don't stop till you please me. Don't stop till you please me. Don't stop. Can you feel me? You guys should need to learn to connect into your women and feel when they're about to have an orgasm, as I teach you in my product, how to make a woman come. Don't stop, blah, blah, blah. Slip into something more comfortable. Slip into me. Keyboard jockeys. Let me get rid of this shit off my browser. I'll probably go back there in a couple weeks. These guys are going to be nutting up for a while. That one dude, Rectum, he spent all day researching me, digging into my site, That's a lot of time. That's what trolls do. They don't have a life. More examples why people shouldn't follow these types of guys who are keyboard jockeys. When I come around, I expose them. They hate that. Now, let's look at Christina Aguilera. He would probably say I'm emo because I like this song. But let me show you the player and the power in this song. Now, the song is called Walk Away. I've recommended it for many, many years. Your web. Do you guys see these? Okay, that's the song. Do away with that. Listen to these lyrics. What do you do when you know something is bad for you, but you just can't let it go? That's what my women experienced. The bodybuilder chick, 8 years of it with me. Now, these guys, they'll probably learn about this video, and they'll say, look, he was actually abusive to women. They'll look for anything to talk shit about when they have nothing to stand on. Again, they're hyenas. Keyboard jockeys are hyenas. We see these hyenas all through YouTube as the YouTube trolls. I was naive. Your love was like candy, artificially sweet. I was deceived by the wrapping. That's you. That's your aura. That's the way you pack yourself. That's your body. Got caught up in your web. I learned how to bleed. I was prey in your bed and devoured completely. What did that one girl say about me that's in the newspaper with me, one of those articles that they did on me in my town? You engulfed me. You engulfed me, rather words. You engulfed me. I'll have to dig up that newspaper article in my garage and show you. But I've showed that particular female's face before. Let's see if I can. Let's go to desktop pictures. I think I've got it here somewhere. Here's what the belly dancer girl looks like right now. Here's what she looks like made up. Can't find her in my photos. Okay, well, they're here somewhere. Let's get back to this. This is a player song. This is the effect you should be having on your women out there. Listen again. It hurts my soul because I can't let go. All these walls are caving in. I can't stop my suffering. I hate to show that I've lost control because I keep going back, right back to the one thing I need to walk away from. Women always came back to me. I've shown you guys proof of that. Do you remember the, fuck it. God damn it, just fuck it. It's a good thing I stored this shit from when I was teaching in the game. This is what got me banned, or not banned, but flagged. You can't see this. I'm not gonna blow it up. They're not gonna be able to flag me. See, those guys are rats. They're the type to go back and snitch on you. Only documents. That's the woman holding the sign, by the way, bowing at my knees. I've also showed you the photos of her kissing my feet. Let's see. These are all just documents. No, I don't want this one. Let's go back here. Women coming back. Let's see. Thursday? Now, remember I showed you guys this particular March 6th. This was from some time ago. This female, she got fired. She's the one that was sitting outside my home 4 hours. She was married. Yes, I messed with a married chick. But what did she do? Put some money into my account again, too, I told her. And all that she wanted to do, but you confused me. And she said, okay, daddy. So they keep coming back. Women come back to us players. And I'm going to show you why in my topic today, as soon as I get off this lesson in game. I can't stop my suffering. Yes, yes, yes. I need to get away from you. I need to walk away from you. I should have known that I was used for amusement. Couldn't see through the smoke. It was all an illusion. Player. This is player. Now I've been licking my wounds, but the venom seeps deeper. That means my game sunk deeper. Or the game of this man she's singing about has sunk deep into her. We can both seduce because women know they go out there and get a man in at any time, especially hot ones. But darling, you hold me prisoner. But she's so caught up in this man that she can't even go out there and think of another man. I should have just got rid of the document. Remember in that last document, she talked about how she learned her lesson. God damn it. Sorry, fellas. Documents. I want this lesson to really sink into you, fellas. I'm trying to teach here about players. Okay. I can feel their manhood. They're being on tune. I am to that. How did a man get so pissed off that I wouldn't take my pants off? Guess you learn. Daddy, I'm sorry I doubted you. So I'm gonna keep this just down here in case I need to refer to it again. Women love us players. They fall for us players, especially a good one that knows how to spin his web, which is what I teach you. Every time I try to grasp for air, I am smothered in despair. It's never over. Let it be over. Inside, I'm screaming, begging, pleading no more. Now, a long time ago, I equated my level of game to that of a master vampire. I sucked the life out of women. Yes, I sure did. Bet those guys, two jackals, pick up on that. I don't care. It hurts my soul because I can't let go. These walls are caving in. Can't stop her suffering. So in music, look for the game in music. There are some powerful songs out there. On my forum, this brother over in Sweden, originally from the African country of Eritrea, he posted him having, meeting girls, conversating, and then the audio of them conversating, then going back to the bed. Got to make sure that I don't show his IP. But he posted his sex song list. I don't know how he learned about African-American music, but that's some powerful shit. His music the song list, or the actual songs that he actually just downloaded all of them and turned them into audio file, are bomb ass. Women respond to music. Now, here's how some of you Caucasian guys think, like this rectum and this tenacity. I'm gonna play music when they come over. I'm gonna play my music. And they like death metal, acid. It's a music that will touch a woman's emotions. These guys, all they do is the old in and out. That's why they suffer badly in the game. That's why they can't keep females, because sex with them sucks. Okay? Let's not get the shit twisted. Now, let's talk about 12 tips on how to attract women. 12 tips on how to attract women. You guys ready? Let's see. Slideshow. When I click from the beginning, it's going to jump to full screen. Let me make sure that we're seeing this. Move dot. I need this right here. And I guess it's this one. Okay, it is showing up. Perfect. So we'll be able to see the entire presentation. I'm just double checking so I don't make mistakes. PowerPoint has detected that your graphic card may not. Okay, that's okay. All right, as I said, 12 tips to attract women into your life. And as you know, I am your host, Player Supreme. Now, the first tip is you want to be somebody. That means you want to develop clout or status in your life, as I've tried to get you guys to do. I've told you guys, try to start a part-time business. That's what gave me clout out there when I met girls in a nightclub. And they asked, what do you do? I owned a personal training studio. That means I had an office. I had equipment in that office, but the magic thing is I kept my overhead under $600 a month. Actually, it was under $500 a month, and I was making $7,500 back then a month. But you want to become a man of clout or status. Women love a man that can achieve in their lives. So be somebody. Next, you want to develop your confidence. Okay? Excuse that part down there. I was meaning to put something else down there. But clout does give you confidence. Status gives you confidence, but you want to develop real confidence, not the braggartly confidence. But for you daters out there, becoming a confident male. Women are attracted to confident males. Go back to caveman days where this was programmed into women by nature. The confident males were confident to be able to be good protectors, go out there and be able to hunt and bring home the game, a confident hunter. We come forward to today, those skills are still desired by women when they look at a man. Confidence. Who wants to be with a low confident male? Think about you guys who have low confidence. You smell bad to women. When you have low confidence, you do shitty things. You become needy. Low confident males are needy males. Low confident males are weak males. Who wants to be with a weak man? I mean, let's be real. What woman wants to be with a weak male? Very few, right? Next, the third thing you want to develop, high self-esteem. Basically, self-love. Now, there's a fellow on So Suave named Bumsniff. I can tell a lot about a person by how they name themselves. That's just creepy and weird, by the way. Some of the screen names I see. When you have low self-esteem, you do things that low self-esteem people do. You'll want constant reaffirmations that you're okay. You'll try to get that from the girl. You'll be like a woman. Am I fat today? Am I fat? Is it big enough? Is it big enough? Was your last boyfriend bigger? That's a low self-esteem person. When you don't love yourself, that's the main problem with everybody that is suffering in the dating game, is you don't love yourself. Now, in the metaphysical community or New Age space, whatever you call it, there's a woman named Mariam Williamson. And she stated that the major problem out there with people is they don't love themselves. There's a lack of self-love. When you don't love yourself, you obviously have no confidence, but you also have low self-esteem. Okay. Number 4 is communication skills. And I stress get her life story. Most of the people that end up online, they have poor communication skills. That's what I've noticed since I've been online. Basically, internet nerds. Not calling all you guys nerds. Some of you guys nowadays who follow me are normal guys, just want to pick up some extra game tips to improve your game. You mix and matchers, you know how I feel about that. But these types of people in high school, let's refer to the two hyenas. They're the type that went to computer lab instead of playing a sport. They didn't learn to socialize themselves, basically. They didn't develop their communication skills. They have no idea how to talk to a woman. And if you focus on just getting their life story, you never run out of things to say. Plus, it shows that you're taking interest in her. And that's why I try to tell you guys and teach you, take the veneer of her having a vagina off of you and look at her just a human being. And talk to her as such. Stop being afraid because she's got the power of the pussy. Take that shit out of your heads. Work on just having a conversation with a normal human being while you're learning to develop your communication skills. Okay. Next, as I said earlier, get her life story, because this will put an end to boring conversations. When you're asking a girl about her life story, you're digging into her head. That's how you get up into a woman's head. You still start asking her questions about her life. As Greece 2000 demonstrated in the last hangout. You saw the questions that he fired out real quick, just off the top of his head. When that TW African dude is trying to, have conversations with girls. He's looking for the scripts. Never use a script. Never use a list of topics to talk about, because one thing is it's very robotic. And you'll come across, she'll see you think in your head what to ask her next, and that will look awkward. Okay, and I'll talk about awkwardness in just a moment. You also want a sense of humor. A sense of humor. Some of you guys are so uptight, so nerdy. That's why I always talk about the engineer mindset. And I learned this from this term that was in my Toastmasters He said a lot of people with Toastmasters are engineers. They have that engineer type of mind. What is funny to normal people is not funny to them. Some of you guys are like that. You realize, some of you guys are eggheads, basically, and you try to use your humor, but you're talking to girls who are within the normal bandwidth. Or let's say you're up here and she's and normal people in the middle, and then there's the lower bandwidth idiots. What's funny to people who are with the normal bandwidth is not funny to the people who are in the higher, more intellectual bandwidth. That's why you want to look for women that are in your own lane, as they say. But women love a man with a sense of humor. You're not uptight. There are so many uptight people that I see online and on these forums that I go to. Actually, the only forum I go to is actually So Suave and my own forum. But there's so many guys that are uptight, like a gaggle or a bag of bobble-headed nerds and geeks. Women love to laugh. They love a man that can make them laugh. But analyze yourself. Are you within the normal bandwidth? Or can you communicate, which is the better word or phrase I should use, can you communicate to women who are in the normal bandwidth? Normal bandwidth, she's worried about her makeup. She's worried about paying her rent. Normal chicks. Okay. Next, on the subject of nerdy, stop being nerdy. Nerd behavior leads to awkward behavior. When you're awkward, no woman can feel that. By the way, they can feel the awkwardness within you. What I want to say is no woman wants to feel or date that awkward type of guy. You make things awkward for them. You make them stop and pause. Okay? Stop doing the nerdy shit. Stop acting like a nerd. Stop trying to correct any grammar stuff. If you're a grammar geek or grammar nerd, what do you call them? Grammar Nazis. That's creepy. Now, someone's thinking right now, but good grammar. Shut the fuck up. Remember, normal bandwidth. Okay? Next, you also want to develop a deeper voice. Women love a man with a deep voice. I'm sorry. Now, the dumbest society people, you tend to speak up here like this, and you take the bass out of your voice. Move along, move along. Put the bass back in your voice and talk like you got a pair of balls. Now, remember when I destroyed that internet racist troll, and he showed me that Shapiro guy? Remember his voice? He talked like he had no balls. What woman wants to be with a man with no balls? Now, women do settle, though. They do settle for these types. Someone's thinking that right now. I always try to cut these idiots off the pass before they make a stupid comment. They settle. I don't want to be what they settle for. I want to be what they crave. There are videos on YouTube that will help you develop a deeper voice. Imagine you're in bed and you have a deep voice. Now imagine the nerd in bed. Hey, does it feel good? Am I hitting the right spot? Ooh, baby, you are mine. You belong to me. Next, learn to chill out. Quit stressing over women. You guys, I'm sorry I said you guys. I'm trying to train myself out of that phrase because that, oh my goddamn D always says that shit. I just saw his, as I said, just saw his videos. That's why I created the Don't Follow Guru unless he shows proof of his game video that I just showed you a minute ago. You've got to chill out with women. You got to learn to relax around them. When you get nervous, she'll start feeling nervous. You'll do awkward, nervous shit. You've got to stop chilling out with women. Women love a man that's easy to be around. They can spot you by your behavior, by the tonality of your voice, by what you say, how you say it. Okay? When you're chilled out, you say things differently. You make it easy for them to develop rapport. You make it easy for them to laugh and have a good time. Eye contact. Don't forget to also use the power of a smile. Now, as you know, I don't teach hoe chasing. I don't teach hoe chasing because it involves a lot of energy. There's a lot of you hoe chasers who are in the closet watching me right now. I just teach a more educated way. Let the bitch choose. Because the truth of the game is that women do the choosing. I don't care if you're hoe chasing and you got laid. She made a choice. So I say, give them something to choose. Stop being geeks. Stop being nerds. Don't dress like a nerd. Nerds dress like nerds, by the way. Learn how the skills I'm talking about. Learn how to become something. Because women will analyze you in under 5 seconds and know whether or not they'll fuck you or not. If you're uptight, you look like you're uptight. You won't smile. Make eye contact with a woman and smile at her. I did that at the gas station. It wasn't returned, by the way. There was a Latin woman. I was pumping gas in my truck, and she had a Sun car. And I just had to look over there, and she was, looking in my direction, and I smiled at her, like, have a good, hey, how you doing? She didn't return it, but I've done this so often with people. Now she was probably afraid I would go talk to her, and she just happened to, be glancing, look in my direction, made eye contact with me. When they're interested, a woman is going to make eye contact with you. When you smile at her, she'll return the smile if she's truly interested. Okay? Women do the choosing, as I said. When you understand that basic truth, then you just back engineer. Well, let me give them something to choose. Let me work on my body. Let me learn how to dress. Let me learn how to hold conversations and all the stuff I'm talking about that you'll pick up on and want to choose me over the other guys who hasn't done their homework. Which brings me to dress well. As ZZ Top said, women love a sharp-dressed man. Now, unfortunately, the game is not fair. As I talk about, the game does have levels. If you're struggling in the game, then obviously you're not hot chick material. I'm sorry. I teach the truth of the game. I don't encourage you, if you're like that, you're just like below average or average in looks, to run after perfect 10s. I'm sorry. I'm not going to have you out there getting all depressed. Now, this guy named Warrior74 on So Suave made a comment years ago about how I work with lower value men, and I teach them to go for lower value women. That's the way it works in real life. Okay? That's the way it works in real life. You go out there in the world, you will rarely see an ugly guy, unless he has some kind of swag, with a hot chick. I'm sorry to bring that truth to you. I don't sell snake oil. That's why I have trouble with the PUA gurus and the PUAs themselves. These guys are superficial, but that's the way the market is out there. Black guys are superficial too. And it's unfortunate. Instead of going by, finding a girl within your own level, with your own mental type. If you're ugly and you can't develop swag or confidence, if you're a 5, you can date up to a 7. And 7's good enough right there. 7's decent. Just have a Coke and a smile and call it a fucking day. But let me get back to my point. When you dress well, you attract their attention. Women are fashion connoisseurs. They're fashionistas. They notice a well-dressed man. That will make their eye gravitate to you. You make the eye contact with her and you smile. If she returns the smile, she's feeling you. Step over. That's how I teach, to save guys a lot of time, a lot of energy, because I want you guys to spend that energy doing projects to benefit yourself, like starting your own part-time business. Do you see where I'm coming from now? Instead of spending all your days sarging, such an angry word, sarging. No, it should be fun meeting, going out there talking to women. It should be effortless. It should be such an ordeal for you guys. Let's move on to the next one. You also want to have good sex skills. Women can feel a sexually confident male. That was one thing that I had going for me. There was a girl that, several girls. Let me go back to one. Dina. She was a vibrator junkie. She never had an orgasm, and she was fucking, black dudes with, 10, 12-inch dicks. I got an orgasm her first time in bed with me. When I was in high school, that's one thing I learned. I read a book called Him. Please don't ask where the book is. You guys are gonna look for it. I've been talking about this since early 2000s. Nobody's ever found the book. There used to be a company called Tower Books. Some of you guys may remember it. It's actually based out of Sacramento. I walked Tower Books when I was in high school. I found this book called Him. That's where I learned the stuff I teach you guys in my How to Make a Woman Come product, like how to make your dick last forever. Well, they had a book called Her, but I started reading books back then on how to please women because I wanted to be able to please women when I started fucking. So I grew by sexual skills. When I got into the game, back into the game at 27, I was already good. I was married. I practiced my finger technique on the clit. I had all those years of practice to get good. Women can look at you and tell when you're sexually confident, by the way. And as I show you, it's not a matter of dick size for you guys with 5 inches or 5.5 inches or 6 inches. It's not a matter of dick size. When you learn the skills out there, you will become sexually confident. Now, on my forum, one of my guys who's known me for a long time, he got laid for the first time. Now, I asked him how he feels. And at the end of this, maybe I'll share that with you fellas, what he said about that. But he did mention feeling confident. Okay, let's move on. Actually, that was the last one. Great. So today, I've talked about 12 things that if you learn these, you will learn to attract women into your lives. Confidence is key. It's vital. You've got to learn to become confident males out there. Women breathe confident males. Plenty of Fish Field Report. Cool. This is disgusting. I don't know what's wrong with the Caucasian males out there, but they have this new thing called trans species. And the photo is of a white guy walking, 2 white guys on their hands and knees. They want to be dogs. Your race is imploding, white guys. Your race is imploding. You guys got to start fixing shit, man. Okay, sex music playlist. Seal the deal, got it. All right. Let me go here. I have to make sure that here. Before I lost my V card, I was extremely nervous around girls, and my confidence was at an all-time low. The older I got, the worse I was getting. Future has been on my forum for 4 fucking years. Never asked for help, but he was reading the posts and participating. Having my V card was like a huge wall blocking me. It was in the back of my head all the fucking time. I used to tell myself, why fuck are you still a virgin at 20? Whoa, he's 23? Now, I've known Future since he was a teenager at age 23. That's sad. It's used to break me down completely. I don't consider myself a bad-looking guy, but my energy, I can tell, was turning girls off, causing me to get no action, not being in the flow. Now now I feel way more confident, not just around girls, but in general. I am not even nervous around girls, no more at all. Everything about me is totally different. Even the way I walk. I talked about that. When you're confident, you walk a certain way. When you lack confidence, you feel awkward. You walk awkwardly. You're busy with your big head bobbing to the side, thinking in yourself, wondering if everybody's looking at you and studying you. I remember waking up the next morning and looking at myself in the mirror, and I smiled at the recollection or the reflection. Like, wow, good job, future, for getting it handled. Okay. All right. Let me see what's the chit chat shit is going on here. It looks like Michael Nolan's found me again. Derek Kelly, keyboard jockeys, LOL. David Estelio, Supreme. I'm going to see the woman I told you about this upcoming Saturday. How often do you think I should keep in touch with her until then? I like to stay up in a bitch's head, send her a message, like once every other day. Stay up in her head. Try once every day so that way you don't seem too needy. And don't be needy. If you got neediness within you, squash it because you'll do things that are needy. David Steele. I remember in one of your posts, you would prime and excite your women before seeing them. Yes. Meaning by the time they met you again, they would already be ready to fuck. Yeah, that was my one thing that I did. When I did internet dating, I've sent tons of, I am conversations to chicks. Hold on. Documentus. I enjoyed I am conversations. I enjoy talking, instant messaging stuff. I really like that stuff. Let's go to a screen share. Again, I always prove what I'm talking about, that I'm not lying. Here's my folder on I am convos, and here's just a sample of those that I saved. I talked to girls for quite a while. I primed the pump. Let's see. Number 4. Let's try to just pick one. Yes. What does she say about me? Your energy is so strong, a bit overwhelming, a bit scary. People that intrigue or interest me are like sponges. You are like some kind of sucking machine. I mentioned earlier that vampire, I suck the life out of women. There's proof of my game. As you can see, the date when I made this document was 2005. Okay, let's see. See the conversation? Now, I shared this whole conversation when I was on the Pimps Network as examples of my game. And I made notes so guys would understand it. This is on the forum, this entire stuff. I talk about the promise or dream. I talk about my beliefs on female energy. This is me spitting my criteria of what type of women I like. Men do not bend, we break. Women adapt. A blade of grass is stronger than concrete. As you said, a sub is stronger of the two. She was submissive. I met her at the club. I saw right through the bitch. She was at the club. I saw right through her. She was half Native American, half white. She looked white. I was comparing the BDSM, and I boned this bitch. I was comparing the BDSM field and pimps, because I was on the Pimps Network, and also show an example of how I pimp a female's mind out. Again, I can't see. I don't have my glasses. with me, and Jovina's not here. Look at this long conversation. But I get up into a female's head. That's where I met her at the DoubleTree Hotel. I guess hoes sense their master when he's present. I was learning. I keep running into the same types out there. I always attract submissive women because I'm very masculine. If you want a girl that plays you, as in relates to the brother for the last show, that means you have feminine energy within you, and you're attracting masculine women. And this brother was 6'2", 245, with abs. But look at my conversation with her. Pause it. Long conversation. She admits she's a freak for sure. I don't know. I didn't know what some of the stuff was, bukkake. I think that's where they come in a girl's mouth and spit it into another girl's mouth or something like that. I don't know. Read the title. I broke down my game. I'm sub. I will dominate you if you let me. Because I don't mean you. Women will walk over you if you're weak. That's what she's saying. That's a lesson from there. Weak in the mind. In their community, doms, I guess they're extremely sensitive. That's some bitch asses to me. Okay, this is a long series of conversations. I dug into a girl's head when I would conversate with them. So this is probably before we fucked. I have one that she talked about after we fucked, how she could still feel me. As I said, I was like a force of nature. Does someone else looks like? So I saved a lot of my conversations because I was on the Pimps Network. That's why I started this stuff. I was starting to teach about internet dating and stuff that I was doing. Okay. Hopefully there's nothing new in here. Just looking for another conversation. I saved all the females that I boned. So let me get back to what I was talking about. Again, fellas, I'm the real thing from the real world. I was a master player, not just a player. I wasn't a low-life black dude that, lived off of women because I owned a business making my own money. I was a low-life dude. I became a master. That's why you see the photos of girls kissing my feet or a girl kissing my feet, holding signs. These guys, like on that So Simp, they've never seen anything like that. So to them, it's impossible. That's why the one guy has accused me of hiring hookers. And I guess that's what they're doing in the PUA community. I knew that they were hiring models. I knew that some of the guys were busted for using women they knew. Like this guy in Australia, they busted for that. I heard a rumor that they would hire hookers to play the guys in their what do you call those things? Boot camps. But damn, hookers for photos, would that be expensive for just a fucking photo? I never thought of it. But obviously this guy had. Because he said, I said, show me your proof of gain. Why? I post some photos on there. The other guy can't. He's the rectum dude. He's just total keyboard jockey. Okay, so yeah, get up in their head before you meet them. Player Supreme, I finally got a starter home. But every time we are in bed making out, cuddling, I say, let's have sex. Don't say let's have sex. Never say that. Just do it. Okay? That'll end the bullshit right there. I say, let's have sex. She be saying, not ready. And I ask her why she's scared. Yes. Let this bitch quit teasing you. Just do it. That's a lesson she's probably trying to teach you. Depeche. Supreme is the real deal. I am the real fucking thing. Again, why I made that video, Don't Follow Guru, because I heard that guy. They also, there's these idiots over there found, I guess he did a video of me using Mickey Rourke's. You guys know that if you're on my forum, you've seen me do my podcast shows, which I think I packed up. Yeah, I packed up my podcast shows. I read stuff from his book and I interpreted the shit. But nothing ever became of it, obviously. I have always given credit to everybody. Everybody that you guys see me do that. Like I talked about, I use one of Tyreek's lines, and I also recommend his book. I talk about, this is the fact I'm saying Mickey Royale. You guys heard me mention his name many times. You hear my podcast shows, Mickey Royale. And I say his book, The Pimp Game. I can't find it, somewhere in my house. I love to read from that book because it's very philosophical. I philosophize about it. No, I like to open up and just put my finger, like to do the Bible and read it and then do a podcast show. It's filler material for me. You guys aren't pimps. But I try to break the game down for you. David Kahn, long time, Michael. Oh, Michael, sorry. What's up, lads? Been a while since on here. Kahn says, I hope you're well. And Michael says, been busy. Man, had to take a break. Yeah. I'm glad you took a break because he was posting all this shit in my shout box. I mean, he spent $5 of his money to come to my site, and I made a video showing him how to make a post. I guess he said he's slightly dyslexic. I don't know what that's like, so I'm unfamiliar with that. Derek Kelly, what are some good questions to ask her about her life? See me roll my eyes. Greece did that the other day. Where's she from? When you take a subject, take it apart. Let's say you're in San Francisco, you met a chick from Florida. She says, oh, I'm from Florida. Really? Now, if you're a human being, a normal human being, Derek, what would you ask? Let me show you a normal human being. Really? Never been to Florida. What's it like down there? I could spend an hour talking about that subject alone because I'll ask more questions. Oh, it's sunny and it's the sun's always shining. Well, do you ever have bad days? So what's the sunshine like? What the temperature's like? Really? What kind of clothes do people wear? What are the nights like? See how I'm coming up with stuff? These are things she can talk about. Tell me more about that. Have her describe to you. By the way, when you start pulling imagery out of her, you're accessing her mind. Just so you guys know that. One of the things I challenge these two hyenas, show me somewhere, and I challenge anybody here, anyone on the internet that teaches how to mind fuck a girl. Anyone. Show me any person. They try to say I get my stuff from forums and steal shit. You guys know I don't do that. Nobody's talking about sitting there waiting for eye contact. Was the girl with vibrators an anal freak? Shit. No, actually, I never fucked her in the ass. I did stick my finger in her ass to get her to come. I sort of imagine it's two guys fucking her. And I have my finger on her clit. Okay? Guys wonder, how did you do that? I told you guys how I did that and how to make a woman come. You got to bounce your head up next to her so I could, I can also lift myself up and kiss her. Finger in the ass, this finger in the clit, fucking, going in and out. As my dick goes in, finger comes out, push in. You got to have rhythm. Also finger the clit. Tell her to imagine two guys fucking her, fucking the shit out of her. She blew like she's never blown before and thanked me. She never had an orgasm with a dick inside of her. Now, there's a restaurant chain named Epi's. That's the league that she ran in. I also fucked her roommate. And I started fighting between the two of them because she told me, everything I do, she always wants to do. Because she told us, the roommate, how good the sex was. Now, we just set up a sex date. Her name was Lalani. I was trying to remember her name. Everybody called her Lonnie, but Leilani. I guess she was born in Hawaii, but she was a white girl. Now, I got some of her life story, and it turns out that she was being molested by a family friend, her and her sister, and her parents would drop her off at the man's house to spend the weekend with them. So she had an attraction for older, balding, burly men. I didn't have a burly body then. I was ripped. I wasn't shredded, but I was ripped. Disorienting Hobo. I'm going to ban this screen name. It brings back bad memories. It's a low-class screen name. Okay? I'm not going to repeat what you said to me. I know you're trying to be cool and trying to be relaxed. Talking about old ass. I don't like that kind of disrespect, man. Come back as someone else. So now you can never use that screen name again. I know you're just trying to be cute and all that, but I don't like disrespect. I get enough of it. Like every time I show up, I'm so suave that's all I get. White guys. They're the white guys. You guys know, white guys, you hate when a black man has power over white women. Remo, damn, I missed your notification. David Stelio, Supreme, I purchased your Escalation Bible. Yeah. However, on the downloads page, I didn't receive the PDF version. Okay. I only received the audio files. Go back in there. There are other pages in that particular product, as I recall. If not, I will make sure you get the book. I did put the book in there as part of it. Okay. In fact, there should have been a long list of downloads. I'm not going to go there now. Let's get the show done. Michael Nolan was going, made a post. My membership fee ran out. Need update. Did not pay $5 yet. Okay. What's up, Kartig? All right. Comments. Leon Anthony. Under more TW questions. I hope the first dude has watched this video. Yes, he did. And is applying the advice as soon as possible. I feel like slapping the dude, but I understand. And there was a time where I was a simp too. So this is where he needs to learn and grow. He'll probably never leave so suave. And I don't care. I don't go there to track members because remember I was using a hidden screen name on top of my game. Okay. If I was there to track members, I would be trying to sell shit. Under how to dress, Boban, and that is a Romanian name. Says fantastic, and Chris James on the same movie or video. Yeah, that's a tight look. Good color combinations. It's especially the fit that does the trick. I have to get my good shirts tailored because I have long arms. That's an African thing. And Chris James is biracial. And a short torso. I wear size large, but almost all my shirts are too long in the body. T-shirts too. Remo said that's impressive, and it was so simple in the same movie. I put up a hangout. Unfortunately, we went into Remo's one of Remo's recent lays, and on my other channel, they said it was inappropriate content. So I'm trying to avoid all that, because right now I have new trolls that are gonna come find me, and these guys, as I told them, you guys are like rats. You guys will think on people, rat them out, and that's what they'll do. Keeps my throat lubricated so I don't cough. I also have water here. Hey, this black guy says, hey, hope Greece is careful out there. A lot of these fools are stabbing black men for being with white women. Yeah, especially in places like Texas. Good show, by the way. Yeah, we do have to be careful as African Americans here. Alan Riggs says, no disrespect, player. Just ain't heard from you in a while. I've been on this channel. Last channel, got too many dings against it. I got to give it a break. Someone flagged my podcast show, and I know it's because that. I think it's because that one photo where Claudia's bending on her knees. I'm sitting in a chair pointing. I guess it looks like she's giving me a hit. I never thought of that. To me, I know what it was. I'll just put her head down beneath me. I'm holding her head down. I'm pointing. She's on her knees. And as I learned about YouTube, they have certain political agendas. And imagine, there are probably no black males there. These are the white males with the beards, lean, thin guys. So that's racially offensive to them. So the person that okay, I'm gonna flag it. It was racially offensive to him to see a white woman bowing at a black man's knees. It looked like she's giving me head. This race shit is a bitch. Thanks to Trump. He has all the white supremacists all riled up. One went off in Portland. You guys heard about the white guy that stabbed these 3 people, going after a Muslim and a black chick. Dominic Griffin, what's up, Supreme? Just moved to Memphis a month ago. Memphis, Tennessee. Michael Supreme, was that boundary? You just there with hobo dude? I don't know what you mean. I'm starting to practice boundaries. Oh, God. Oh, no. When Michael Nolan learns a new word, so it's going to come out. Watch his conversation about boundaries. No, it was about respect. Plus, like I said about a lot of people on that SoSimp site, one guy, the screen name named Bum Sniff. He likes sniff butts, I guess. I don't believe in derogatory screen names about yourself. That points to low self-esteem. Okay? Disoriented hobo, he should just destroy that account. He's not going to listen. He won't destroy. He won't listen. He'll still keep it. And I know that you didn't mean disrespect. Like I said, I don't ever want to see the name again. Kartik, LOL, so pathetic. How insecure can they be? You'd be surprised. These are keyboard jockeys, remember? And they're also racist. Now, here's something funny that I'll relate to you guys. One of them is mad. He made a post titled, "Wonder Mexican Woman." I said that post disgusting. Basically, he's complaining because the new Wonder Woman looks like she's Mexican. And he showed photos of the original. It was Linda Carter. Now, here's where he shows himself to be a dumbass, even though he's using this avatar from a TV show I used to watch as a kid called The Prisoner. You know, they love those European big brain heads and thinking type stuff, them all brain shit and little tiny face at the bottom and big mushroom head. They love those kind of photos. The thinkers. It's all about the ego. The woman ended up not being Mexican. She's Israeli. Then he went up, well, she's Jewish. Then it turns out Linda Carter, her mom is Mexican. Someone said she's also French and bullshit. She's Mexican. A lot of Mexicans are biracial in Texas. That's why they look different than Mexicans in California. These are like J-Los. Okay? Very pretty. So the mother's Mexican. So much for your white nationalism shit. There's another fellow on there. He was floating the white nationalist photo of, you guys remember, you guys don't know this, but if you see the image of a frog with a Trump yellow hair, that represents Pepe the Frog. The white racists have adopted that. And then also they use Trump. Hail Trump! Hail Trump! Trump's gonna save the world! Trump's gonna save the world! Those types. I pointed out, he took it down. Skittles and cornbread. Fuck. The cat ate the bird, which smelled the Skittle. Goodbye, Skittles. Come in stupid, you leave the same way. Stupid. Kartik. I'm glad he won. Let them show their true colors. We just got to stand up and to these Richard Spencer types. Yeah. I know who you are, hobo. I know, no disrespect. As I said, it's the name. You shouldn't call yourself disoriented hobo. You're not disoriented anymore. We woke you up to the game, right? Akandi, what advice would you give on men on finding their life purpose? I've done videos of this before. There's a really quick way, and it requires you to actually do something. If you're lazy, you're not going to do it. But you sit there and write down on a piece of paper, my purpose is, and then start writing. The best way that I found is to take what you're passionate about, other than video games or rapping. I know you're a black Englishman. There was one dude that said, my purpose is to be a rapper and live in a mansion. Of course, he was black. Live in a mansion and drive big cars. No, that's not a purpose. Your purpose is about how can you be of service to other people? Like what I'm doing. I'm being of service. I turn this service into a business. Okay? So what are you passionate about? And that's going to take some time to think about it. I was also passionate about reading. And I always thought of opening up a coffee shop / bookstore. This is before I actually went to Sonoma to look at one. Sonoma is Calaveras County. If you're American, you know the Calaveras County from our folklore. It's right up, a few hours out of my town here out in the hills. I've stayed up there too. But I was serious about it because I love to read. And what was that? Borders? One of the bookstores came out with a coffee shop built into it. But I was passionate about that. So you got to take what it is that you're passionate about. Okay. Oh, looks like Skills and Cornbread's probably babbling some more. Didn't get to see his next one. Michael Owen says, I got a chick last night from the club. Good. I managed to pull from the club and we went to eat. We were vibing. Here we go. See how I capitalized the word tension? The tension was in the air, so went back to her place. Bitch did not want to fuck because she was on her period. And that BS, so she sucked my dick. And that's it. Okay, that's good, Michael. Go back and get a fuck also. I don't know why you don't call these females afterwards, but she got down and performed for you. So get on your little phone and text her message. That jawboning, no, that's an American term, jawboning. But thank her for what you did last night. Really appreciate what you did last night. Not a lot of girls would do that. You must be something special. Replay back what I just said. Remo, damn Supreme, the fuck you eating? Little shit sounds like you sucking on pork chops. It's that or I break out coughing. I'm eating watermelon. Okay? Kartik, Western civilization is declining. The next superpowers are India and China 2050. Every European country has zero birth rate and dysfunctional gender relations. Unfortunately, the Caucasian folks, your race is dying out. You guys have a negative birth rate. You're not even at zero, you're negative. They predict that, by 2050, you guys are going to become extreme. You already are actually a minority in the world, but you'll become extreme minority. Supreme, how to deal with nervous women. I've had a few nervous females in my past. As you guys know, I had a back door. I had two back doors. I had the girl holding the sign, and I had a Brazilian chick. Last year, I dropped my back door. A lot of guys didn't know that I was keeping the back door. Every Friday, I would disappear. Go out to her place. One of her daughters moved in with her, and so she would rent a hotel. Her dad left her $3.5 million. She owns a big house. They have horses. They have cows. Next to her door, she owns a property that her daughter built a house on. They're out in the country. Okay. She was scared first time she came over. She was scared. She told me that. And I could tell she was nervous. And what I did was I started kissing her. That allowed her to relax and also amp up the sexual tension, Michael Nolan. The sexual tension. Michael Nolan. Some of them aren't that great. Supreme. She was 5. I just created sexual atmosphere because I was relaxed. That's okay, Michael Nolan. Make her your start hole so you can practice your sex skills. She's willing to go down on you? Go back. She'll make you a ham sandwich. Yeah, you guys eat ham sandwiches. Not sandwiches, but sandwiches. She was just a 5. Be grateful. One thing I can't stand is ingrates, man. The fuck. You pulled. Compliment yourself. Akande, also Supreme, and finding your life purpose does also mean you don't actually have to get married or procreate. It has nothing to do with that. It isn't for everyone. If it's not for you, don't do it, but it has nothing to do with that. Again, you missed the key word. Keywords. How can you be of service to humanity or other people around you? I'm helping guys solve their second chakra shit, their sexual energy. Help solve that problem. I'm being of service. If I pass away, my videos will still be on YouTube, and guys will be learning from me for a long time. It went too fast. I'll just go to Remo. I was kissing her, but she kept pulling back and prevented me from laying her down on my bed. That's when you ask her, what's wrong? That's all you knew. And then get her to talk about it. Also kiss her in between. David Stilo, supreme for me to last longer in bed. I usually tell the girl to get on top. I make her bust a couple of nuts. Then I flip her ass around. If that works for you. Alpha male, I got a question. Do you shave your head against the grain or with? I've got scars on my head and need help. Wow, it's pretty bad. The back of my hair grows downwards. And I go up against the grain. So I go up. I use, hold on. Okay. This is the TR something I can't read. 3. There are 3 different razors in there. And I use Edge Super Hydration. Normally I use this one for sensitive skin. She gave eyeball to eyeball also. Surprise, surprise. Yeah. What I've been talking about. So what you gotta have to stop doing, and I got on you about this shit, but stop chasing after the 10s. I'm sorry, I guess you're just not 10 material. Let's just get it done. I don't know why. Well, you must still have some quirks. Remo, I did, and she said nothing. That's what's on her mind. Not what's on her mind. Remo, what's wrong? Am I making you nervous? Kiss, kiss. Why? Why do you want to stop? Kiss. Just go and lay down. Go and lay down, baby. Come on, just go and lay down. It's okay. It's gonna be okay. You see how I did that? Did I do it Remo style? Girl, what's wrong? Why don't you lay down? Actually, you're changing. You're becoming more of a seducer, which is good. Supreme, when dealing with a freak that has not found her match in bed, does this mean I have to be super dominant in bed? Don't be anything other than what you have right now. Meaning giving orders, not letting her control. See, you'll fuck it up. You will fuck it up because you got that shit in your mind. Work on enjoying the sex. If you're naturally dominant, be naturally dominant. Just be natural. Don't try to be something that you're not. Okay? Be Time Fitness. Would you recommend Facebook and Instagram? For what? For what purpose? You didn't finish it. For players? No. Daters? Not really. Instagram? I don't even use Instagram. I know that's why I have trouble marketing. I don't use Instagram though. Michael, I went for a walk the other missing, just walking by women to see for eyeball to eyeball contact. One woman gave me a quick eyeball to eyeball. That don't mean anything. And I said, "What's up?" She stopped and want to talk, though I got nervous. Great. See, you're still fucked up. That's why, what I tell you, fellas, fix yourself before you actually start, getting around women. Now you have a chance to watermelon. You have a chance to work with a female on a regular basis, to work on your communication skills, work on relaxing around women, to work on fucking, get your game on top. Don't throw it away because she's just a 5. I hate when you Caucasian people number bitches. That nerdy shit. Those two trolls, they'll probably see me eating. Look at him eating on his videos. That's why he's fat. Deshaun, nice show. Thanks to Sean. Deshaun the Moopty. Is that, yeah, Deshaun? Is that an L? Dilshan. You must be East Indian. Mike Nolan, it's wired in Nolanese means weird. I've got 8s walk up to us and talk to us. I gave eyeball to eyeball before, though I'm not there yet. That's good. Dilshan says, good luck. Steno, last time I had a freak, I talked while I was fucking good. Saying good, baby girl. You feel so good. Good. Don't have a problem with your rap. Next day, she wanted to fuck again. She said she had so much fun. Think about it. How many white guys or Latin guys, well, Latins know how to talk to women too, but how many guys do you think she's met that's going to talk to her in bed? And how many of them just are quiet so they bust it out and grunt? Slap, 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 slap. Hit. And then, instead of talking to her in bed, giving her direction. Remo says, I'll make a field report since after she left, I had to put why some words, I had to put, I think why must be a mistake. Put some words in her ear and she'll come back this week. Good. You got to stay up in your woman's ears, fellas. In your women's ears. That means, communicate to her. So I've been losing weight recently. So I dropped some weight before my birthday this month. And then continue also to get back down to, I think I want to be about 240. That'll be more comfortable for me, about 240. I was way over 100 pounds. I lost 40 pounds. Recently I went down, 6 more pounds. But I still got a ways to go. Aries. Supreme, in the past, you talked about how when you left your ex-wife, you went to go living with the chick. Then you left her to move on the 2 Susans, yes? So made you want to elevate your game versus staying. I was young, forgive me for this, but Roberta just wasn't. I was starting to teach fitness classes, and there was some hot women in there. She wasn't hot enough. She was like an ab. She actually had a butt. I fuck a couple of chicks about butts. One happened, it was in my car. I talked about that. But I like butts. I like big butts, and I cannot lie. Other fellas, you know the song. Move on to the 2 Susans. So yeah. So I wanted hotter babes. Yes, I was guilty of that. But I've learned. Okay. As you guys saw me talk about, I learned how to hunt by feel, not by looks. not gonna read that there, Michael. They're still obsessing on that anal sex shit, man. Yeah, I know. I fucked a lot of women in the ass. They weren't on the period, on the pill, in other words. Oh, so they're talking about how it's a gay thing. Well, the dudes, it's gay. Sorry for eating watermelon and smacking. My mom just ate that. Stop smacking. I've already thrown up once today. I throw up mucus because I've got a constant drip going on in the background. I've limited all the weed out of my diet. So I don't know where it's coming from. I guess I just tried just a diet of plain rice for a while. I don't know. But I cough, then eventually I throw up. Sometimes it's just my mucus, sometimes my food comes up. But I noticed that the watermelon, because it soothes my throat and keeps it lubricated, there's a lot of water, water. And I tried drinking water. It just doesn't work right. Something about watermelon, I guess there's some texture there, and it swallow down the throat soothes it. Very tasty. All right, any more questions, fellas? I'm no fool, Remo. Just try your watermelon with a dash of salt. I do. Been doing this before you even born. I'm looking at my image. Yeah, my clothes are hanging off of me. I can still catch women even being heavy. It's your mindset. You have that kind of mindset. It just happens. Rideshare. Have you tried using voice messages on POF? No, I haven't tried that yet. Have you? Now, Aries Rideshare here you should be on the other one, Fishing for Love. He owns Fishing for Love, and he teaches about internet dating. He's our internet dating guy. Remo says, LOL, all right. You got it. Later. Later. Nolan, I seen an odd guy last week in the club. Was PUA dude. He was fucking oddball talking to people. I'll bet. Watermelon salt sounds nasty. It actually makes it sweeter. Something in the salt, it makes the whole watermelon taste sweeter. Aries Rideshare Live says, yeah, I'm having varying success with it. What do you mean by varying? And give me an example. Also, let me know more about what they're doing. I guess you can record a message to people. Is that what it's about? If that's so, I can pimp that shit out. Rena, one more question. I have yet to pull from outside at different spots. What can I do to change this? Go out more often, because that's going to be obviously it's going to be a numbers game. Also, I don't know how you run your game. I believe you do look for eye contact. If you're not getting eye contact, that means there's a problem, and you're not going to pull anyway. So there's going to be a problem in probably looks, or you're somewhere in your walk, your energy, and all that kind of stuff. So let's find out what the problem is. Let's figure it out. If you're not getting looks, then there's something going on. David Steele. I've been thinking of looking into becoming a male stripper. I've been working on my body and I can dance. I need to make extra dough. This can be a good opportunity to make money and meet women. It's a fucking good opportunity to meet women and make a lot of money. A friend of mine from high school, he is Japanese and Portuguese. I always thought he was Filipino. And I found out recently, or in the last couple of years, that he was actually Portuguese and Japanese, but he became a stripper. And I used to see him at the clubs. You know, they have strip shows, advertising different strip companies. And there he was, non-dancing ass. But his body was yoked. Rideshare. It's varying because you can only listen to voice messages if you're on POF app. So women accessing the site on their laptops can't listen to them. Oh. But how many are using the apps? There might be a large percentage of them are using the apps if they're on the younger side. No, what I found is you don't want to come off too sexual to women at first because you come thirsty and you will kill the excitement in the woman on the floor. I found that the opposite to be true because I've always come off sexual in the way I dance with women. But if that's what works for you, Michael, use it. Don't listen to me. We're two different people, two different energy, two different everything. Right here. Luckily, most people are on their phones. Yeah. If they're on the phones, that means they have the app. A lot of you guys watching me, you're on the phone. I do read what YouTube talks about. And most people, that's why we can't do annotations anymore. Because most people accessing YouTube now are on phones. I can't watch shit from a fucking phone. You know, I'd rather use a fucking laptop. Oh. This call from Mom. Safety. That's my English accent for the day. Safety. Okay, any more questions before I bounce out of here? Any more questions before I bounce? Could you do a case study of POF phone messaging in the future? I do want to investigate it. Check it out, yeah. But that means I got to download the app. So I don't want to download apps. My phone's kind of a virgin now. I've got iMovie on here. Pages, I need to get rid of that one. I don't use it. Keynote, don't need that. GarageBand, oh, that's that is a podcast app, I believe. And I also got an app for podcasts at YouTube. That's it. I kind of kept the phone pretty free. Like, no, I've been sexual on the floor with women and got them home. Yes, okay. Sorry, I look like I may not be doing it. I don't know. I like using my voice. Speaking of which, on So Suave, there was a fellow I had beef with a long time ago named Solomon. And he was still there, and you know, we're cool now. And I like that. I also saw Solomon had his own channel, and I watched a few of his videos. I forgot to tell him that. The black guys on So Simp, aka So Suave, they're in the dark. They don't want when they see white folks on there, you know, being racist, a few of them will speak up and say something. The brother that I did the last show about, he actually, came to my defense. Said the brother actually has game, because he's the one I showed my game, proof of game to. I said, pick one person and I'll show you the proof of game. And I told him to keep who I am a secret. I kind of noticed there were 3 views on that video, though. One of you shared it with someone, and that person's the one who did the blast out about Player Supreme and So Suave. He comes here and he laughs at the people here. Like Nolan, what I realized, if the chick is giving you eyeball to eyeball, as I said years ago, and last year and this year, whether you won't go caveman, I don't know what that is, shit on her, or take your time, it's up to man. Okay. He also says, thinking about going back to playing videos, have not played them in 5 years or watched TV. Then I thought, nah, what can I gain from it? Good. Video games, he says, I mean. Rideshare. Based on the Tariq drama, what is your opinion on co-host? I know you rarely do it. The only person I do it is Greece. I don't need a co-host to carry my show. Tariq uses co-hosts to make it more interesting. Plus, they're broads, and it works. That works on black dudes. Black dudes love to see a pretty girl, and they'll try to push up on her. Like I was watching Cynthia G's response to that whole problem, and there were black dudes in there talking about how it's okay, girl, you're beautiful. Black guys are Aries. Hey, beautiful. Hey, sexy. Hey, queen. Idiots. I didn't really give my opinion on co-hosts. I like having a co-host. I've enjoyed it, as long as that person, has got some game. I have invited Karen Lee Potter. She wants to do a show with me. She's mentioned that. And last time, I think one time I did a live hangout, and I sent her a message, do a live hangout. She didn't get it in time, though. I agree with what Tariq did, but not on the show. She deserved to be fired. I guess I'd never seen that show. It's my first time seeing it. I've seen other videos of his that I've watched partially, but I've never seen, I guess that's his radio show, I think. It's called Ism TV or something like that. So I've never seen that. I'd never seen her before. I'd never seen the other girl before. And she was disrespectful. And I wrote, Tariq a message saying, I support what you do, basically. And other thing is, that was my first time watching the show, and it makes it look kind of ghetto. But I said, and I also said, you don't have to make a video about her, defend yourself, because you're the boss. You own that shit. That was my opinion to him. I'm not trying to come in like I'm above him. Just, another brother's to another brother. Which reminds me, channel. Nope, it's under community. Okay, I've shared all the recent comments. That's cool. All right. Depeche says, yo, Supreme, what's up, Depeche? Karen Lee Potter, I think his name is Potter. Her name is Potter. Talks to porn MILFs. She knows them. Yeah, I saw that. Aries, my question is if the Sarah chick was so raggedy, why do you think Tariq kept her arm so? I don't know. I don't know. I'm not privy to what's in his mind. For me, I would have gotten rid of her a long time ago. That's how I am. He might be a little more laissez-faire or laid. That means laid back. But I really can't say why he kept her on so long. Depeche, I fingered this MILF and made her come 25 times using your technique. She left her panties at the house. Can I mail it to you? No, I don't want her panties. Keep those as your own souvenir. Kiro says, Sarah's kind of ratchet and hood. Exactly. Both Tariq and I were against weed smokers. Sorry for you guys smoke weed. We're against that for the black community especially. And I've given my reasons. Tariq has given his reasons. The people in his video, Hidden Colors, I think what was amped him up on that show was the girl admitted that she had weed in her bag. He kept talking about that. Now, if you stand for this, you're against drugs. How dare she come work there? That's how I see it. You know what I'm about and why. And you represent the opposite of that, and you're working for me? See, I don't know how I would have handled that situation. Business-wise, I would have waited to have the show and said you're fired. And she just said next time she's gone. She smoked weed. She meant she had weed in her bag. And this is what you guys know what I stand for. Okay. I mean, how dare she actually join the show being a weed smoker? And Tariq has made videos or a video on, weed, smoking weed. So that'd be like someone trying to co-host with me, knowing my attitude. You guys know I go off on weed smokers who are black. Kara said, I don't understand why Tariq kept her around. There had to be some benefit. And part of the benefit was the dusty dudes, as someone else referred to them, or beta males that follow the show. I don't know who follows the show. I'm just repeating what I heard. But I'm saying it might be because of that. Those types are weak, and they love to see a good-looking sister. He might have been to you because they're women. He should have fired her off air instead. Yeah, that's what I said live on the show. We're all we're African Americans. It looks like we can't do business like white folks, because that's how they would have handled the shit. Or the majority, I should say. Not putting Tariq down, because I would have been pissed off about the whole weed thing. I mean, that really gets me. Because he wants women that are around him to be on his path. If you're a weed smoker, you're not on his path, you're over here. It's like the hoe chasers. Right here. The white supremacist would love to have busted Tariq by proxy for that chick's bag of weed. Oh, well, yeah. He's in the limelight. He can't afford to have something like that around him. I would fight her before the show began. And when she came to the car with weed, I would have went off. No offense to any Caucasians watching me right now, but goddamn, man, you're white supremacists, man. Jesus, you guys got to do something about them people. Them Trumpers. It's a lot of enjoying them Trumpers. KR, yeah, she could have had an ounce of weed around her, and that is a felony. Yeah, that's also a felony, exactly. And what if Tariq got stopped and it showed up? That could have squashed him. And white folks will will use that. Look how they're doing Tiger Woods now. They finally get their revenge. They have all on TV. They're showing the cop questions and question them and all that kind of shit. All because he could kick their ass at golf. White supremacy, as we know, controls our media outlets, our news channels. The report from 2007 from the FBI said, white supremacy has invaded law enforcement. That's why they killed blacks. The ones that are shooting blacks down unarmed, they're trying to get that little notch. Yeah, I got one too, man. Hey, I got one. The best says one chick is into you. You can practically get away with murder, and she won't leave you. That's true. Right. I remember you telling us that one of your past chicks hid that she smoked weed. I was thinking of Susan. Yeah. You found out you treated her like shit. I was treated like shit before that, but I really treated like shit after that. And she's from a professional family. She said she smoked it to cope with me. She's the one that said that be with me. After she got settled down with her husband, she still came sniffing around. She told me, being with me is like being on the edge of a cliff. Being with her husband is like a bowl of warm milk. So basically saying, white guys, no offense, white guys are boring and you are extremely exciting. Were you always against weed before you became conscious? Always. Only one of my sons fell for the shit, my oldest stepson. No one else. I don't know if he still does it, but no one else in my family. And go figure, his biological father, that's what he did. And that man lived in his mama's garage. Kiara says, I was around a chick that had a bag of weed in her drawer. I could have got into some serious trouble. I wasn't thinking back then because I wanted the pussy. The cops don't want to bust, one chick. They want what? Uh-oh. Don't want to start coughing. Yeah, I guess they do bust people, even over an ounce. Black people, we go to jail for a long time. White guys, you guys get out. Prove me wrong. Mainly because white folks can afford the attorneys and attorneys get them off. We end up with public defenders, and public defenders, the court system, the prison system, they're all in league with each other. Look up the federal prison complex. They try to fill those prisons up because it's big business. If you want a good, solid investment, invest in the prison system. Those private prisons. No, she had probably 5 more bags. That means she was dealing. You could have went to jail. Celio. That Sarah chick was super disrespectful. 8 on the show, showed up high, talked bad to the callers. Really? I didn't know David Stilo was black. I can't really see the avatar. You are either, or your parents are from a Latin country. I'm black Hispanic. Gotcha. We always forget about the blacks in these Latin countries. I never thought about it until I saw that documentary on blacks in Latin countries that one Professor Gates guy did. Oh, right. I think we talked about this before. It says, yes, both are from Latin countries. Or maybe it was someone else I talked about that with. One's Colombian, and the other DR. Was that you? Good. Okay. Thanks for refreshing my memory. Well, that sounds so suave. I'm old now. Says I was in your Facebook video. Okay. So any more questions, fellas? As I keep trying to teach everybody, I'm the real thing from the real world. I lived a long life in the game. I've got a lot of experience, a lot of wisdom. So take advantage of it. He goes, no, not Dominican, they're racist. They are. A lot of the black ones don't want to admit they have black blood. So to continue, what's the origin of the game, Hubert says? Let's go back in time to caveman days. When the first bitch wanted to get a protector, and she batted her eyes at a guy in the cave. Ride share. Now, origin Hubert is actually in Ireland. By the way, Michael Nolan, Hubert Ibabo is in Ireland. You two should hook up. I think he's in near your city. Gotcha. Do you think to be an independent black business owner, there are certain things that you need to do to be successful? To be any type of black or white or Asian business owner, there are things you need to do to be successful. It's amazing how you, Tariq, and others came to the same conclusion about weed. Intelligence. Think about it. I don't know if you've ever been around potheads. Notice how stupid they are. Plus, when you're awake, you see the whole thing from a 10,000-mile high view. What I see is, now this is the history of weed. White folks found that shit into our community. Why? We were rioting back then. Civil rights was growing. And by the way, it's already been proven that the CIA was funneling drugs in the black community. That's already been proven. You got yourself why? It was to slow us down. Weed makes you not want to get up and do anything. So they circumvented the potential disastrous effects of the 60s, our civil rights movement. And then we came in the 70s. And somewhere in the 70s, weed was everywhere. I remember in high school, all my friends started smoking weed. Notice how in the rap music, they talk about it. Remember, white people now own all of the rap companies, and they tell them what to talk about. Notice how they have them put weed in there. Snoop Dogg, smoke weed every day. You remember that? It's to dumb us down, to keep us mollified, pussified, and pacified. And it worked. Look how well it worked. You got to give them credit. No offense to the white folks here, but your race is no joke. You guys figure shit out. Okay, I see a few white Dominicans. Shamar Moore, you got good facts on your program. Thank you, Shamar. Michael, what do you think of that Tic Tac head dude? He was funny. Hubert, where do you find power in the game? You develop power in the game. You don't find power, you develop it. Meditate on that before you ask a question. You develop power. Supreme, I've been getting my feet wet in the game. So far, I found out I'm only attracted to something in my way. There's an arrow in my way. Okay, let's see. Real young chicks, 8 and 21. Okay. Messing around with different types of bitches. Sharmar. liquor too. Don't know what that means there, Sharmar. Liquor. Oh, yeah, liquor. They were advertising liquor. It's a community. Malt liquor when I was a kid, the Bull, Slits Malt Liquor Bull. The commercials they put out, what did black folks buy? Slits Malt Liquor Bull. David, more weed smokers means more prisoners in prison. Exactly. You got that. And PCP too. Now, the whole drug thing's backfired in the white community. Now, their community is infested with heroin addicts and meth. Meth was, when I was young, meth was popular. I see all these guys, white guys with no teeth in their mouth, tweaking. How do you develop your power in the game? That's too long of a subject to cover on a video because I'm going to bounce there. But I did it one bitch at a time. See, problem is, I think you're a virgin, Hubert. So you're asking questions like that. TW dude. A virgin. The more confident I became, the more power I had. Shamar, there's a dumbass young boy from Jacksonville, Florida, flashing money on Facebook Live video, and police kick in the door. It was on Willie Live post. Is that Willie P? I think. I watch his shows. And the cop pocketed his money. What a jigaboo. Wow. KR. Yes, chicks between 18 and 21 are the most attractive too. As you get older, you want mature women who got things going for themselves. I always thought differently. When I was young, yeah, I had quite a few 18-year-olds, and the girl in the video that's licking my ear, she was 21. Now, I met her at Sam's Club, and I don't even remember what I opened it up with, but I was sitting there. I remember I was sitting there. You know, you could go to Sam's Club, get a pizza and a soda for like $2 or something like that. And I'm sitting there eating, and she walked up with her coworkers, and I was like, "Oh, damn, she's tall. She's like 6 feet." So I made eye contact. I'm forced eye contact. I made eye contact. Then I got up and walked over to her. Started talking to her. And I was 43 when I did that there, KR. He says I'm 44. I don't remember if it was hoe chasing because she returned the eye contact. And I never asked her, you know, why. Well, let me see if I can actually, she's actually on my Facebook also. Let's see. She's aging pretty well. Okay, just a little bit of weight, but she's still looking pretty good for her age. I think she's probably in her, she was 21. So she's in her, I don't know. My brain ain't working today. I was 40 something. She was 20 something. She's got to be approaching her 40s now. Yeah. She's trying to look like she's ethnic, but she's just a white girl. I believe she's also a Mormon, raised Mormon, something like that. But yeah, not bad. I like it when women age well. One of the females that I was boning, she really aged really, really well. I was really proud of her. Okay, so I'm still presenting. Okay, this girl, she aged really well. She's in her 50s. She kept her fat down. Arms are a little soft here a little bit right now, but she still has her figure, and she had an ass. So good for her. Let's stop the sharing. Some white can still be attractive in their 40s and 50s. Yeah. Jovina, she's 55. And because she has black in her background, she hasn't wrinkled yet like normal white women. She would be really wrinkly now. But I can see it. It's the courage. It's starting to get the crow's nest and, a few other lines on her face. The whiteness in her is catching up. These guys, they always say, well, your girlfriend is ugly. And I told them, look good. How old's your mama? Their mom was probably like 45. It looked like a fucking saddle with eyes, all wrinkled up and crinkly. Debes says, do a market research analysis, then apply return on investment formula if you want to hoe chase. It's a strategic risk. I got better things to do than chase a bitch down the street. Plus, it's also a power game. When you chase after a bitch, you don't admit it to her that I want you more than you want me. And then you got to start doing the begging and tap dancing. I don't beg women. That's why I was able to flip the script and get women to get up under me and be owned by me. I didn't come in like a pussy beggar there, Depeche. It goes, yeah, it's not for everybody. I prefer not for nobody. Bitches do the choosing ultimately, yeah. So why chase after him? Answer me that, Depeche. Fuck that brainiac shit you just talked about, strategic investment. Is it really work? Well, I guess you have nothing going on in your life. So if you don't have anything going on in your life, I guess you had not enough time, but really. Michael Supreme, one question, would ever worry what people think if you're with very average woman or below? I don't do below average. That part I didn't go down below average. They had to at least be, okay, let me put it in your terms, a 6 or 7. I'm trying to think. See, it's all subjective. What you would like, I would say, is nasty. That's fucking nasty. You probably like really thin bitches, like anorexic. White guys in my country, they like anorexic types. That's just fucking nasty. The girls, they showed that girl that's in the Wonder Woman, I guess when she's young, she had no hips and she had little tiny legs. I wouldn't fuck that. I tried fucking that. They whine. You knocked my cervix back. I don't think those kind of women have a deep enough vagina. But also, what can you grab? I'm physical. Black folks, we tend to be more physical. With our words and what we do. And, yeah. So I want to grab some flesh. I don't want to grab a bone butt. So what white guys call hot, I call nasty. Give me some padding on there, some curves. I don't want it this big. I want it within a certain size. Don't like obese. I like thick. Okay, I'm getting a message from women on POF. Some I did hit up because they viewed my profile. I made a profile to see what kind of vibe I would get on the site. Good. Christopher Williams, what's up? For me, Supreme, I just find it easier to go after the two markets. One, the bitches choosing on me. Two, the bitches that I like. There you go. Basically, of the females choosing, you pick the ones that you like. I believe that's what he's saying, because that's what I did. There are bitches I saw that wouldn't give me time of day. I didn't waste my time on them. I'm not going up giving a bitch my power because I'm a freak. I'm a freak over control and domination. It's my natural personality. And I'm not going to get up under a bitch. I want a bitch to get up under me, period. I'm not doing that dating shit. He goes, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Okay. Yeah. I'm not doing that dating shit. I'm not doing that begging for pussy shit. KR. I believe he's talking to Sheriff Shamar. Join Toastmasters first, Shamar. He wants to get my public speaking product. And I forgot about, behind me is all the proof that I know what I'm talking about when it comes to public speaking. Those are all first place ribbons, plaques, higher speaking plaques, division level plaques. So obviously I know something about public speaking. I should have showed those two hyenas, but they would have debunked it or tried to debunk it and said something stupid about it. It's not worth it. It's not worth my investment and time anymore. So I'm gonna let them, nut up for a couple of weeks, and I'll drop back in and say something to them to amp them up, and then I'll disappear again. I won't even look at their responses. I just want to teach them a lesson, get them all riled up, and I'm not even around. Let's see, Michael Nolan. I prefer. You want to say I prefer women around 5'4", 5'2". Hubert. I'm really doing everything else in my life good in terms of building my future. It's frustrating to have bullshit when it comes to women. Why aren't women sensing this success by me? Well, number one, you're in Ireland. Ireland is a white country. Number two, you're from Africa. You're not African American. Everywhere we go, females want us because we're from the United States. There's no glory coming, unfortunately, from Africa in these countries that where they see you as invaders. But I say if they had invaded your country, you wouldn't be in theirs. So you're in Ireland. You have communication problems. Okay? You can become successful there if you just do the things I taught in this video. Work on the 12 things I taught in this video, you'll have outrageous success. Christopher, is this hangout we join in on? Yeah, or is this just a regular hangout where you're just asking a question? I did teach in this hangout. You'll have to replay the video. I'm getting ready to stop in a couple of minutes. There's a new channel that I'm going to use my hangouts on because last one I can't do hangouts on there. Remember that Google 5, the white racist troll? He started flagging my videos, trying to flag everything. And he finally got one through. We got one through, and then got another one through. On this channel, there's nothing to flag. I will make sure there's never anything to flag on here. All right. Time for me to roll out, too. It's now 1:48. Damn, I've done this shit for a long time. Okay, fellas. That's our show for the day. I want you guys to finish the rest of your weekend in peace and have fun. Try to do something enjoyable, you know? Go to the movies. Do something. Just get out of your house. Okay? Have fun.